Tulsa's always been cool. It didn't just get cool. We're glad that all the people that are here now doing some things, but you got to think, why did they come here?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was something that brought them here.
At a whiskey saloon, and it comes through my windows like a favorite tune. And I can walk down the stairways, and I can walk down the street, and I can lay down my money.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Tulsa Tempo podcast. My name is Amy Elizabeth, and I'm your hostess. And we're coming to you today from the beautiful Blue Couch Studios, which is right across the street from the church studio here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, on Studio Row. Today, we have with us a very special guest, Mr. Steve Liddell. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Steve just finished his set over at the church studio, The Tunes at Noon. It was a beautiful day. Sun was out, played outside, nice crowd. So how are you feeling?
Feeling good. Yeah.
Good.
We had a good show.
So I'm really happy that you're here. So we've been trying to do this, but
We made it.
We made it. Yes, we made it. So tell me about this band that you had with you today, because sometimes Steve is solo and sometimes he brings his band called the String Lifters. So both are
You don't see
equally
him
as good.
No.
I don't see them. Yeah, they,
I didn't know, and should have had him here. No, String Lifters. We've got we got Matthew on upright bass, Eli back on the drums, Colt Billingsley on the banjo, and then Chris Willingham is bringing up the fiddle and the mandolin.
Yeah, nice.
So we it's always depending on the gig. I like it when we can bring everybody. When there's space and everything like that. So we like to have everybody there when we can. And
Yeah, it was a great sound. I mean, all the songs sounded really good. I think everybody enjoyed it. It was just a really nice day, to play outside and just catch it.
And the weather cooperated.
Yes, our lovely Oklahoma bipolar Oklahoma weather. Because you're from Oklahoma, so you are very well aware of our peaks and valleys.
I'm acclimated to the to the weather.
Do you really get acclimated? I've only been here a couple of years, so do you get acclimated?
I think you just sort of forget about it, or you just go with it.
Yeah,
you just go with it. Go with it.
Yeah. So, well, you have a pretty, I would say, deep musical history here. You've been playing music here for a long time. You have a couple albums out. You did one in 2006 called Good Love, and another one in 2014 called Old Souls, SOLES. I love that. So, tell me about Good Love, because that's decent. It's a good record. So, tell me about that.
We did that one. Just like with the Old Souls as well, had some really good Tulsa, good Tulsa musicians playing on it, and we put that one together pretty quick, and it came out. We just kind of one of those one or two takes. Is it okay? Is it okay? And then we just kind of go with it. We were there. You can record differently now. Back then it's like, well, time is money. Money's time. You need to kind of get with it, and but it is a good album. So we're proud of both of them, actually.
Yeah, great. So and then Old Souls. What I'm curious about the name, because how did that? Tell me about that.
It's kind of a dual purpose, dual name. Like consider myself kind of an old soul, but I've traveled around and I've put some miles on, these souls, and so it's kind of a play on both of those, I guess. But,
yeah, and you do tour, pretty extensively, throughout the year. I mean, we were talking earlier where you play at you're at Red Rocks, and then the weekend you're going to play at the farmers market, and I think that's cool as hell.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's that's just you got to look at it, the line, the average or whatever. It's like up here and then you down there. John Craigie's got a really good song about that. He's like, Oh, I can't even. I won't even quote it. But go look it up. John Craigie. He's
Okay.
got a good song about that.
It's about being on the road.
Well, it's like one night you're playing in mansions and doing all this stuff, and then the next night you're crashing on somebody's couch.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's obviously not in that position now. He's doing very
Mm-hmm.
well right now.
Well, I remember seeing online, when Paul Benjamin was over in Colorado and you played there and you guys were able to link
Oh,
up.
yeah.
And I just thought that was so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, we were in Buena Vista.
Yeah.
We did that, yeah. And
that's
then,
pretty neat.
I got to, I guess, open the show for those guys. Yeah,
So I think that's great.
Dude, Paul, he's being a very good ambassador for Tulsa.
Absolutely.
Musical ambassador. So, and that's what we try to do, when we go out, it's like you want to show Tulsa and represent Tulsa, and like he's saying, I mean, I've been playing around in Tulsa for quite a while, and long enough to remember when the bands used to not even claim Tulsa, and I always claimed Tulsa, but the bands would never, or they would not claim it. They'd say they're from Dallas because it was, back then that was kind of the closest touring spot, I guess, that bands would travel to go to, but now everybody is from Tulsa or
wants to come play in Tulsa. Yeah.
So I wrote, and I wrote this song years back when I was, I was teaching at the time. I was working TPS, but and it was kind of a not tongue in cheek, but just kind of how Tulsa had kind of almost reached this. People will go to New York or they'll go to Nashville or something like that, and they've been there few weeks, a month or something like that. And then they're like, yeah, I'm from Nashville or I'm from New York. And, Tulsa was starting to get that, I'm from Tulsa, and I'm like, and I was like, cool. We kind of make it. And now this is pre-COVID. This is before COVID. So that's when I wrote it. And, it's, the T-Town Get Down is what I call it.
Oh, how cool.
GIT, Get Down. And this kind of, and now, they're shooting movies in here. And, this is back I wrote it like in 2010 or something like that. But it's like, come on down to Tulsa. Everyone can be a star. Forget about old Hollywood. Just hang out in our bars. Kick it here in Tulsa town. Word will get around. Welcome to America's best little big small town.
I love it.
And then COVID happened, and then they all started showing up. It's like, no, we're glad you're here. We love you all. No.
Yes, and now, Tulsa is just, it seems like every time you turn around, there's something happening here. Like you said, they're making movies here. We got TV shows going on here and everything.
It's that's what I'm saying, man. Tulsa's always been cool. It didn't just get cool. We're glad that all the people that are here now doing some things, but you got to think, why did they come here? I mean, there was something that brought them here. So
what do you think it was? You've been here, you've been here your whole life. So how have you seen it change? And, and then what do you think is the draw now? Is it the talent? Is it the town, or all of the above?
All the above. We're in the middle. We're in the center.
Yeah.
That I'd hate to use the analogy, but like they say that, I don't know, when the body freezes to death, like everything goes internal, inside, you got to preserve the good organs, and we're in the middle where the coasts are the coasts. And I love going to visit the coast, but you always come back home. And I think, we used to be flyover. They used to call it as flyover, but now people, they get it. We're not in covered wagons and all that. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's cool, but there's a rich history here. A lot of musical history, a lot of and pretty recent history too. If you really think about it, there's people that are alive when events, in our state had happened. And so it's pretty cool. I don't know.
So what is in most recent memory, what do you say is one of the most significant events that's happened here? Either with music or just with the town.
Ooh, it was good to see, Tulsa kind of betting on itself a little bit, meaning investments, getting venues, BOK Center, I remember I was here pre-BOK and all that downtown stuff. And, it's like, man, that's been a big help, getting the baseball field downtown, free stuff to do downtown just to get people to come in downtown. And I think it might have been motivated a little bit by Oklahoma City. You know, they kind of started that a little bit in the state with their Bricktown and some of that. And, you know, there's this friendly kind of competition, you know, like, and before I feel like maybe Tulson's kind of, you know, a little, you know, in the shadow of Oklahoma City, but now we're like, you know, coming up, and I'm just glad that both places are, you know, doing the thing, and it's for Oklahoma, and I think it's just a good thing, you know. It's a healthy competition, but I almost feel like we're not even competing anymore. We're like kind of cooperating, and you know, we get all these great musicians from Oklahoma City. They come and they come here and play, and then vice versa. You know, we send people over there, and so yeah, it's good for the state.
Yeah. Do you find? I know that other guests have told me, you know, that in the Tulsa musical community, everybody wants everybody to do good. You know, there's not a lot of competition. You know, everybody plays with everybody, and everybody just wants you to do good. You know, has that always been the case? You know, in your opinion, or what do you think about that?
For the most part, I think what has maybe been the newer component, because there's always been those cool venues, there's always been definitely those cool and good bands. But, you know, maybe the culture of going to hear live music wasn't as, you know, as prevalent maybe back then, but I'd say even before COVID, but like definitely after COVID, the audience is kind of there. And because used to it'd be like your girlfriend, their friends, and just your friends would kind of come to your show. But now you kind of get like that audience, you know, and that's why I look at it as like, man, you know, maybe you're not in that scene or that whatever, but you know, if that's doing good, that's going to bring attention. So you just need to worry about what you're doing, kind of in a way, you know, like and if they're doing good over there, that's going to help the Tulsa scene. You know, it's going to lift everything up. So you just then it's on you to be ready or whatever, you know. So and yeah, most of the bands all pretty cooperative. You know, it's the only thing is it's hard to go and see your friends play because you know everybody's playing the same times, and that's how you get to see your buddies. You book a show and you put them in your band and put them on the bill.
And, you
know, hey man, you know,
come play with me tonight. What you doing? Yeah,
that's how you get them.
And you've contributed, you know, to Tulsa growth as well as a community because you have a partnership and you have a venue. So, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, we
booked some great bands there.
And we want to try to. And again, I used to be okay, or you know, in some of these spots, and it's great when you can go see those people that have like made it, and then especially the ones that are maybe from here and they get to come back home, and then you get to see that. But or when they're touring through, but it, you know, you gotta support those bands on their way up, you know, before they made it, you know, maybe to that status or not. And that's the thing, man. Tulsa, it just got there's just all these great musicians, you know, whatever genre you want.
Yeah.
You know, is genre even a thing anymore? I don't know. Just whatever. Good music.
Yeah. And the Shrine is in a great location. It's just right across the street, you know, from the Mercury, 18th in Boston. It's a beautiful venue. You know, the seating is great. The stage is up. You know, they have a great bar. You know, so it's a really cool place to see a show. You know, the last show that I saw there was Black Friday. You know, Charlie Red's Steely Dan project.
Yeah,
and that was hot. That was a really good show.
Yeah.
And then I think prior to that, I saw that that guitar player whose name is oh my God, Jake and the Idols opened up for him. It was in the summer.
It could have been
anyway.
Yeah, a lot of good blues guys. Really, you know, was our venue. You know, one night it might be
Charlie Red,
Ian Moore, or somebody, or Charlie Red, or Ian Moore, on blues, and the next night it might be John Five. He's like a metal.
Yeah.
I guess metal guy, you know, he's Motley Crue's or the guitarist right now, or you know, we had Cody Jinks first two times he was in Tulsa. That was a few years back, so it's just a good mix.
Yeah, you do. You get a really cool mix in there, and it's a great place.
And 18th
to see
of Boston,
a show.
18th of Boston is a cool district. You know, it's actually always been you know, kind of a music spot. You know, there was a lot more going on before I was in Tulsa, but we always hear about used to be I think it's called Nine of Cups or something like that. I think that was over there. It used to be Boston's at one time.
Mm-hmm.
I think back in the whatever 70s, of course, everybody, the J.J. Cale used to hang here and Eric Clapton used to hang here and all that. But that was a hot spot.
Yeah.
And it's always kind of had a musical connection,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah.
And it's great to see a show at the Shrine, because, they start, those gigs start, 7, 8 o'clock at night, and you go across the street and finish it off at Mercury, I mean, it's a really, you don't have to move, you don't even move the car.
We got parking.
Yeah. And there's parking. Yeah.
There's
So
parking,
you don't have to move the car. It's great.
That's the one Tulsa thing, it's not a lot of parking, but
yeah.
But we've got Uber and we've got Lyft, which is probably a better option anyway. So
most of the time, yes.
So you can hang out.
So, well, let's talk a little bit about your set today. You did some original songs. You did the one called No Strings, and I like that one. I like that line. This is your song. This is your song about love. I love that line. I just think it's so sweet, and it's kind of like an upbeat song. I see people, kind of bobbing their heads. You can kind of sing along to it. So, tell me about your process with writing that song.
Oh, process. Whoa.
Yeah, you got a process there, Teach.
Man, I don't know. That particular song, I think we were kind of sitting there and as an artist, when you write, I try to not make everything so autobiographical. I think when I first started writing, it had to be about I did something. You got to feel what I'm feeling. But sometimes you can. I like to write characters or take a little bit of what was mine and, take some license and stuff to it. But I've got a line in there it's talking about, so when I wrote it a while back and, and I say it sometimes on stage, but, we've got a lake now. We got the Arkansas River, right? That's our waterway.
Uh-huh.
And, sometimes you go out there and look and it's like dry and it's like sand and now we have a lake, a lake. And what is it? I can't hardly remember the line now. There's something about, if there's any water in Arkansas River, but if there's not, who you going to complain to? Nobody would care. But just trying to give some, geographical, just talking about the home, about Tulsa stuff, like everybody knows Arkansas River and everybody knows what that water, sometimes it's high and then sometimes it's, so.
You can see the sand. Yeah.
see the sand, but then, it's like, I think it says, like she's on the coast and she's got all this water and all that, but we still got we got our water,
We got water too.
We're landlocked, but we got it.
Yeah.
Actually, Oklahoma has, fun fact, has a lot of lakes, per state, this side anyway, the green country. We're in green country,
Yeah. A lot of lakes, a lot of lake gigs in the summer. Do you do a lot of those in the summer?
Because
those are something.
We've done them all, different bands out in Grand Lake, and I used to like playing at Arrowhead, and I think they're going to rebuild it. I hope they rebuild it. I think that had some fire damage to it.
Yeah, a little bit.
But
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the music's playing at a whiskey saloon, and it comes through my windows like a favorite tune. And I can walk down the stairways, and I can walk down the street, and I can lay down my money, 'cause it's not what I need. Let me fly upon your wings, rise above these earthly things. Let it be alright, angel of the night. Well, there's a weight on my shoulders, and it won't let me be. like something left over between you and me. And I know there's a danger whenever we touch, and it's always the last time. Oh, it's never enough. Let me fly upon your wings, rise above these earthly things. Let it be alright, angel of the night, angel of the night, angel of the night.
And the other original song that you did was called Earth and Stone, and that is going to be, that's the name of your new album that is on deck. So tell me about that.
Yeah, I think so. Well, Earth and Stone, like I said, I grew up out rural Oklahoma, and we'd come home to visit. You visit your folks and all that, and they'll be like, "Hey, run out to the store and go get this," and when you go away and then you come back, or me anyway, it's like, oh no, I don't want to talk to anybody, I don't want to see anybody, but then there's sometimes, so then I kind of weave the story, and it's like, well, all right, well, what if there was like a somebody that they did want to see, and they used to be together or whatever, and then they're like, maybe we try to get back, maybe we don't, that's kind of that premise, I guess, if you'd say. I can't think of the words here. It's you try to remember your own words when you're not singing them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, so how do they go? But yeah, basically, back when you were before, you just had to be right, And was it worth being right? Yeah, you're right, but now you're single, or you're, maybe don't go so hard. You don't have to be right. Maybe you just let that one go, and then you might have still been together. And it's like, well, should we try to get back? And that's kind of a little bit what the song's about, but just small town stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So, do you miss living like in your town? I mean, or is it kind of weird to go back there after living in the city?
Oh no, not now. I mean, like I said again, those, wrote that a while back, but no, I mean, I go back and visit, when I can, and it's kind of although I say that, but they're developing so much. It's almost like, man, we're losing a lot of the dirt road. All the roads are getting paved, and it's like people are moving out here. People are moving out. I was like, you would never think people would live out there. And, there's another house.
Huh?
Which.
Oh, what has become of me? I lost my head when you went away. Nothing's been the same, I feel tired and weak. I break down when I hear your name. About 100 excuses that I used for my swelled head and acting that way. Scorched earth policy just to be right. Now in the end I see the light. 'Cause you're gone, I was so wrong. Now what do I do? I will move the earth and stone, climb the mountain, swim the sea. I'll do whatever it takes just to bring you back, oh, back to me. But it told me you're back in town. Come to see about your mama and daddy. Can I have a word? I'll take it nice and slow. This time will be different, just let me show you. 'Cause you're gone, I was so wrong. Now what do I do? I will move the earth and stone, climb the mountain, swim the sea. I'll do whatever it takes just to bring you back. Oh, back to me. You're my everything. How could I forget? Gonna love you for the rest of my life, till I draw my last breath. And I will move the earth and stone, climb the mountain, swim the sea. I'll do whatever it takes just to bring you back. Oh, back to me. Oh, what has become of me? I lost my head when you went away. Nothing's been the same, I feel tired and weak. I break down when I hear your name. I break down when I hear your name.
So tell me, who are your top 5? If just rough, if you could think, or even top 3. Who have you been going out to see lately? Who have you been going out to see play?
I don't get to see that, that much.
I know when you do come, it is like an event, isn't it? Because when you walk in the door, everybody's like, Steve! We all run over to you.
Well, like I was saying earlier, everybody's, we're working musicians, and like I said, we do like to get out on the road, and it's good when we come home, but, when we're here, we'll book shows or something like that. Paul's, you brought Paul up, he got his Sunday night deal, at the Colony. I think it's
that's
like
always just so
years,
fun, isn't it?
Years,
yeah, 15. Yeah, I
years.
think he had 14 or 15 this year.
Yeah, I remember.
And he's just that. Isn't that just always good though?
Yeah,
I mean, it's just.
Well, and that's the thing. People in Tulsa, for sure. In Oklahoma, but Tulsa for sure. We're spoiled here. Like this isn't. Yes, there's music and there's bands and there's stuff everywhere, but it is a little something different here. I mean, any night of the week, Tuesday night, you just wander into, certain bar and, or whatever venue, and it's almost like it kind of doesn't matter. They're going to be good. Like they're all good. Like everybody's good. Everybody's good. A lot of them I don't get to go to. Again, like I said, I'm playing the same spot. I do a Monday night deal, over on Cherry Street, sidecar, rooftop.
Yeah.
I mean, you get there, you get to this beautiful Oklahoma sunset, and play some tunes. And then, and I do, right now I'm doing Sundays, when I'm in town and stuff at, the OG in the Raw on Brookside, back there on the back patio. It's always shaded, so it always feels good back there, and it's just a good vibe. Sunday night, take it easy and ease into the work week for you workers.
Yeah, that's people that have to work day gigs,
That's crazy. That's so crazy. People do that. I don't get it. No,
I don't
I'm
either,
joking.
but we have to. Got bills. It's not, believe me, it's not something that one enjoys very much, but you do what you got to do, right? And it's, I don't know. I work a later shift, so when I'm done with work, I'm out seeing somebody play, and it works out great, because I get there usually just in time for Paul. On Thursdays I can go, if he hit the late show, I can hit him at Merck, and Tovar on Tuesdays. There's and the Dollflies are starting to play now on Sundays, the early show, right before Paul. And Jared and that band, my God, they're so good. They're so good. And just those three, just Jared, Casey, and Zach, are just dynamic in their own right. But then Jared will go bring some heavy hitter in there to sit in with them. Stephen Lee, Hank Early, Chris Combs, and it's just, whoa, it'll blow your mind.
In some iteration or some form with the, everyone, except Casey. I haven't got to play with Casey. Oh, no, that's not true. did a deal with the Rangers,
Uh-huh.
and they invited me, and I was I
Yeah.
was honored. I was like, yeah.
Did you play with them when in Stillwater, or were you on the same bill as them in Stillwater? What was that, in May when I saw you there?
Yes.
I think it was like back in May.
Yeah. This was they do a matinee thing.
Over at Merck.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So we set it over there, but yeah.
Yeah, they're
and that's
great.
the thing with Tulsa, it's just everybody can kind of sit in with each other.
Yeah, they're great. I noticed, I don't know if have you seen Johnny play since he came back from Europe?
I got to catch one of them. I think it was the first one when they came back.
Okay. Did you notice, because I noticed this, because he was over there with Paul Benjamin, right?
Yep.
They kind of did this co-headline thing. And I know I see him a lot. I watch him go play a lot, so his playing style, I hear this, right? And so I'm watching Johnny, and I'm standing outside in the patio at Merck, and I'm watching Johnny. I'm standing there with his dad,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden I'm hearing these notes, and I'm like, hold on. I'm like, Kim, I'm like, I think your boy's channeling some inner Paul Benjamin there. Have you heard that? Did you hear that when he first started coming back?
Oh, it's probably, well, I mean, everybody's getting a little influence, especially if you're playing with each other. I'm sure that a little bit not rubbed off, but just.
I just thought it was the coolest thing. And he, Johnny's so talented, he just blended that perfectly, and I think that, if I didn't, I'm not toot my own horn, but not that if I didn't know Paul is what, Paul's playing as well, I probably wouldn't have caught it, and then Kem just started laughing. He goes, I was wondering if you were going to catch that, I said, yeah, it was really good. And he blended it just perfectly, and it was, it was just, just awesome. Yeah, it's wonderful. So
yeah, Tulsa musicians,
yeah. Can't get enough of them. I love it.
Good little deal.
So where do we find you? Are you on all the socials so we can check out your upcoming gigs, the new album coming out? We want to know all about this.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the Instagram, and I haven't got a TikTok quite yet. I'm kind of like I don't know.
Either.
They can find it Facebook, of course, and Facebook, Instagram, website's just steveliddell.com. And want to try to get this record, put out, probably at first of the year, just so I can get that full 2026.
Yeah, the full 2026 push, right?
Yeah. But yeah, not, like I said, Tulsa's it just which is great. It just keeps getting more and more and more, and they're, like you said, they're shooting movies and stuff, and I need to get me or need to get me in one of those.
Go get an extra, yeah. Go get that, yeah.
I could be Tulsa's Denzel. You never know.
Could be, yeah. That could be your future, right?
Yeah, I'm with it.
So, well, thank you so much for coming on the show today. We really appreciate your time and sharing your talent with us and your stories. So, and I'm looking forward to hearing the new album next year and everything. I always enjoy watching you play and hanging out with you. And, you're good people.
Yeah, we'll get the boys in here next time.
We'll bring the whole band. Okay. That sounds good.
For sure. So.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, thanks again. Thanks for coming. And thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate all your love and support. And we'll see you next time.
Well, the music's playing at a whiskey saloon.